There's nothing like taking a dip to cool off on a hot Seattle summer day. But sometimes our local waterways can become unsafe to swim in. And it's a real bummer when you get to the beach only to find out it's closed because it's unsafe.
I went to Black Lake last summer and it was closed down because the algae was really bad. I went to a church camp just last year and there was an algae problem, so we couldn't swim for a couple days.
But now you don't have to wonder if the water is safe at the beach you want to swim in, thanks to the Puget Soundkeeper Alliance's swim guide.
The swim guide, we have managed the app locally for about 3 years. I think that's when the app started, so we've been involved since the beginning.
Catherine Davis is with the Puget Soundkeeper Alliance and manages the Swim Guide app. The group joined with over 200 other waterkeeper organizations that provide current information to the public on water quality at local beaches.
The Swim Guide app was created by the Lake Ontario Waterkeeper in Canada, so they manage the app for North America, and participating waterkeeper organizations update local data. So we log in and look at the Puget Sound swimming locations and look to see which areas are safe for people to swim and update them as needed.
The swim guide is offered for free by the local nonprofit group. And this year, Catherine says we could see more beach closures because of the extra hot spring.
It really depends on the location and what's going on there. So oftentimes the beaches where there are a lot of dogs or there are sewer overflows, those are the sites where we see frequent closures.
The Puget Soundkeeper Alliance gets their data on water quality from the Department of Ecology BEACH program for saltwater beaches. And they use data from King County for information on freshwater beaches. On this day, a scientist from the Department of Natural Resources and Parks is testing the water at Matthews Beach along Lake Washington, which is a known trouble spot because of all of the geese droppings. The high bacteria levels can also be blamed on nearby Thornton Creek, which runs into the lake and has had contamination problems. Partly due to sewage leaks and plumbing problems, something Seattle Public Utilities has known about for some time and is investigating.
Thornton Creek has historically had high bacteria counts pretty much year round, and it's really not very far from the swimming area. So we feel that that can have an influence on some of the higher bacteria counts we see at the swimming beach itself. This bottle is the bacteria bottle. And
many of the trouble spots SPU discovered are already in the process of being fixed. And SPU will continue to monitor Thornton Creek along with King County crews on a regular basis. In total, the county monitors about 24 local beaches. They're checking for both bacteria levels and toxic algae blooms, toxins that can make you really sick.
There are 2 types of toxic algae that we see here, more actually, but there are 2 main types that we test for, microcystin and amatoxin. And it's similar. You can have flu-like symptoms, and amatoxin is a neurotoxin, so you can have paralysis and some other pretty severe symptoms from that.
King County crews update their information weekly from May through October and say there are a few things we can all do to help keep the water clean and safe.
People can help by picking up after their pets and also by having their kids wear swimmer diapers, by not feeding the waterfowl.
Another important thing you can do to help out is if you see a problem, report it. You can call the county, or you can easily report it with the Swim Guide app.
If you witness a pollution incident, like maybe it's a sewage discharge or excessive, plastic dumping or an oily sheen, you can access the Swim Guide and just click on the report pollution, and we'll get that report right in our office and we can go out and investigate.
And since we had an especially warm spring and could see more beach closures this summer, this might be an especially good year to use the Swim Guide app. So remember to check before you go to make sure the beach you want to visit is safe and open.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle Channel, or get video on demand and podcast anytime at seattlechannel.org.